how do we talk to those who say, okay, let's say that the means that have been employed have been negative. I mean, this isn't anything new, but yet it does, like you said, it does accomplish some degree of ends in essence, and in the degree of which people are talking about it is talking about abortion specifically and saying that we have the opportunity to save human life. How do we engage conversationally with that question?
Yeah. Um, well, a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
First of all, I think it's fair to say that rarely, well, maybe there's an example of it. I cannot think of one when someone has been shamed or harangued or insulted into agreement.
Right.
Um,
Agree.
you might be able to be coerced into complicity, um, but you haven't you haven't won them over. You haven't persuaded them in any way when that happens. Um, you know, in the case of abortion, I mean, I've worked on pro-life issues during my time in Congress and in pro-life. Um, I also know that that kind of a full pro-life ethic and platform is not only legal, it's also kind of persuading people,
Mm.
casting a vision for a culture of life and what that means. And that's again, that's not done by insult. It's sort of interesting if one actually looks at kind of the stats for abortion rates. And I think that actually, if you just go to, like, say, the National Right to Life website, it basically includes the two groups that kind of gather those stats. One I think is like the CDC, and the other is the Alan Guttmacher Institute. And you'll kind of see that they go up and down in various ways. They've actually gone way down. You know, are basically at kind of lower levels than they were, when Roe v. Wade happened. You'll also notice something else, which is that they actually rose during the Trump administration. They fell during the administration before that. And so there's very little kind of correlation between the partisan background of the, whoever is, in the White House and abortion rates. Um, there's something else is going on. And I think one of the big things that has happened is, the advent of new technology has made it has made the case that life begins so much sooner, so much more compelling. Um, it's just, it's kind of hard to ignore. But kind of to that point, part of what we're hoping, part of what I would think we as Christians are hoping to do in terms of our public engagement is to articulate and embody and point to the kingdom of God and what that looks like, what it means to be the beloved community, what it looks like to live in justice and to love your neighbor and to encourage the flourishing of others. And that's not done by essentially oppressing your neighbor, into compliance or, insulting them into silence.
Mhm.